Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Faith Builder. I hope you're well. Happy Monday. I'm excited this week for the next 5 days. We're going to drill in on this issue of understanding wealth. How are we to look at wealth with a healthy biblical lens? How are we to manage wealth, especially in light of suffering in the world and especially in light of all the talk of prosperity? What is real prosperity? Again, we're journeying through my book here, How to Live in Prosperity in a Suffering World. And we're going to be bringing together this week a biblical understanding of suffering and a biblical understanding of prosperity, specifically as we look at wealth and how we to understand wealth. So I want to go back to a question we began a few weeks ago with, and the question is, what makes you feel prosperous? And do you feel prosperous? How do you understand prosperity, and even bringing it to a feeling? What makes you feel prosperous? Long time ago, I was invited into this group, kind of an exclusive group of businessmen. They got together on a regular basis to talk about investments, to talk about the world, to talk about the different areas of their unique expertise. And I was invited in there to talk about religion. It was an interesting time because I quickly realized that none of them had a hunger really for faith or for spirituality. They actually kind of used it as a time to kind of gang up on me. They actually believed, the majority of them at least, the ones that spoke out, believed that religion actually was the threat. Spirituality was the problem in the world. It was not the solution. And as we talked more, they go through their stock picks and everything. And it was interesting. I want to read this to you. Is for them, this understanding of prosperity for them, it was this. For them, prosperity was staying healthy into the later years of life, making more money than other rich people, and being able to hopefully leave their children, right, in a more successful place than themselves. The issue of faith was not even considered as a factor in their understanding of prosperity. Now, here's what's important to understand. The problem here is not that they were rich, and the problem is not that they were successful. And the problem is not that they enjoyed investing and making money. Those are all good things and God-given blessings that he gives us, all these things. And it surely is a good thing to want to leave the world a better place and to leave an inheritance for our children. Nothing wrong with any of that. Here's the problem. The problem was in their idea of prosperity, there was no room to address the deeper issues of our heart and our soul. You know, the old adage, money can't buy love, is a true statement, and it's a bigger statement. Money can't buy the most important things in life, but it's easy in this life to get comfortable with worldly consumerism and prosperity, and it numbs. It has a way of numbing and hardening our soul, right, to the things of the Spirit. One of the big issues that I deal with here in the book is this issue. The economics of the world are at war with the economics of God. And we see this all. Jesus talked about money more than almost anything, how important it is, our view of that, our view of understanding wealth. And so let me just conclude this time as we think about this idea of prosperity and wealth. And the big, most important question we need to ask is, are we rich towards God? What does that look like to be rich towards God? And Jesus tells this parable, and this is in Luke chapter 12, 15 through 21. And he says this, and he said to them, Jesus did, "Take care and be on your guard against all covetousness. For one's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions." And he told them a parable, saying, "The land of a rich man produced plentifully. And he thought to himself, what shall I do? For I have nowhere to store my crops. And he said, I will do this. I will tear down my barns and build larger ones. And there I will store all my grain and my goods. And I will say to my soul," listen to this, "Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, be merry." But God said to him, "Fool," strong word. God said to him, "Fool, this night your soul is required of you, and the things you've prepared, whose will they be? And so is the one who lays up treasure for himself and is not rich towards God." Wow, is that applicable to the culture we live in today? Well, Jesus' strong words there. And so I just leave you this morning to think about, boy, how do we view possessions and wealth? As we journey this understanding of a healthy understanding of wealth, we really need to ask this question of, boy, are we rich towards God? And what does that really mean? We're going to journey and dive deeper into that issue this week ahead. Hope that blesses you. Have an awesome day.